Hello, my name is Doug Bierton. I am the co-founder of Classic Football Shirts. As a business, we must have hundreds of thousands of shirts. As a collector, I have been allowed to hoard some of the cream over the years. Well, as you can see, possibly too much cream. Can you have too many shirts? I don't think you can. I got into football shirts as a student, really. You get that student loan money in your pocket, and I was just buying all those shirts that I could never have as a kid, reliving those memories. I met a guy called Matt, and in 2006 we set up Classic Football Shirts, and for the last 14 years we've done nothing but buy and sell football shirts, really. Over that time we found some amazing shirts you'd never in your wildest dreams thought were possible to track down, and yeah, built up a pretty ridiculous collection. I'm going to show you some of that today. I've picked out my top 5 Reebok shirts. First up has to be Fiorentina. Now, who didn't love Football Italia as a kid? All the best teams, all the best shirts, the best players, none other than, well, none more so than the man himself, Gabriel Batistuta. I loved just watching him bang them in, you know, on a Sunday afternoon. James Richardson, with a coffee and an ice cream. You know, the purple shirts of Fiorentina, I just fell in love with them instantly, to be honest, and this was always one that I wanted. Reebok made the shirts for Fiorentina between 95 and 97. Classic team, not just Batigol. You've got Rui Costa, Kanchelskis, Stefan Schwarz, Luis Oliveira, Kanchelskis, Toldo, yeah, just all the big names. This one is actually, luckily enough for me, a match-worn Batigol shirt. A lot of the shirts I'm going to show you, they're like match spec ones that you couldn't, to a different spec that you could buy in the shop. So this has got like a printed number in the material. I got it off a referee, funnily enough, who received it as a gift. I'm sure it was all above board, but yeah. So a lot of this collection here has just been picked up off like old players and people who worked in the game, just stuff that they've put to one side, and then over the years we've come along and said, look, what's it doing in a garage, in your loft? Let me get it out and show it off. That's the away shirt from that season, the Batistuta one. This is just a replica shirt. This training gear as well. Look at that. Next up, Russia. The only player, I think this is actually the first Reebok shirt ever to be worn at a World Cup was Russia in '94. And this is Oleg Salenko's actual shirt from the tournament. This man was on fire at that tournament. He was a joint golden boot. Scored 5 goals in one game. Not in this shirt. He wore this one against Sweden. But yeah, this is really, really rare. If you look closely on that Reebok logo, it's like stitched over the top. I think on the replicas, it was different to that. It was like the pattern, like on the old trainers, like that. So that the pattern on the sleeves as well. Reebok had a big influence in Russia's shirts. You got to remember, in the 80s, it was still the Soviet Union. This is the first tournament for Russia as Russia, so heavily influenced in really choosing those colours as well, because the Soviet Union had played in red. Reebok, changing it to white, which is more on brand really for them, with the white, red and blue. This is one of the most rare Reebok shirts of all time. Next up, this is one that, Cristiano Ronaldo, what he's obviously gone on to become one of, if not the best player of all time. This is his last game for Sporting Lisbon. This is the shirt that Ronaldo wore. Remember, it was a friendly against Manchester United, and he was so good that the players just begged Fergie to sign him. This is the shirt he wore in the second half of that match. Sporting, it was a friendly, I think, for the opening of their new stadium. So yeah, they played against Man United, and the Ronaldo story, really, this is a big part of it. I'd love to get the chance to show this to Cristiano himself. I'm pretty sure he'd want this in his museum, because this is a big part of the history of his career. Gold, you can't see the colours quite right there, but it's a gold shirt from 2003 it'd be. Yeah, you couldn't buy this like this with the name and number on there. It's got like the Portuguese league patch on the sleeve. Really nice design, silky, lightweight type of stuff. Take you round the corner. We'll have a look at another one, which is quite an important shirt for Reebok, in that they had to mess around with their logo for it. We're talking Chile 1998 World Cup. So you remember Salas, Zamorano, that great team. Look at that Reebok logo on that. So that's the shirt they were wearing before the World Cup. Then at the tournament itself, FIFA made them get rid of part of the logo. So this is, I love this type of stuff. The nuances of football shirts, and yeah, this one is one of those. You're watching the matches and you're thinking, something going on there, and then all the years later you get to do the research and figure it out and get your hands on one. Yeah, I love this Chile shirt. I'll show you the two of them kind of side by side there. You got that one, and then without the what do you call it, the extra foot. This is Clarence Acuña's shirt from France '98, classic tournament as well. Chile got to like the round of 16. Yeah, lost out to Brazil with Ronaldo. Now, last but not least, I couldn't, looked at some great designs there. Fiorentina, I love. Chile, Russia, now. But then when you think Reebok, I think about Bolton Wanderers, the team who played at the Reebok. And this is an important, made by Reebok, sponsored by Reebok. It's a rarity for football shirts to get that double whammy. Normally the manufacturer isn't the sponsor as well, but for Bolton, they shirts made by Reebok, sponsored by Reebok, and then played at the Reebok Stadium as well. And this shirt is from the last match at their old stadium, Burnden Park, before they moved to the Reebok. So, like a historic piece of football shirt memorabilia there. I've done 5, but I'm going to show you. Obviously, I'm wearing Bastia for the French club. I like the design. You got the Reebok logos on the collar as well. One more for you then, bonus round. Atletico Madrid shirt from 99-2000, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Atletico didn't have a sponsor that season, so it's just all about that Reebok logo. Really nice design, that one. Yeah, Jimmy was on fire that season as well. Well, there you go. Hope you've enjoyed looking at those Reebok classics. Shout out to Reebok and Sneaker Stuff. Hope you enjoyed that. Cheers.